Good evening, my name's Jason Debly, and tonight's whiskey review is going to be in the Americas. It's actually in the category of Tennessee whiskey by request from a couple of different people over the years. I'm finally getting to it now on the YouTube channel, and it's Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. You probably remember this label emblazoned on or kind of imprinted on the bass guitar of Alex Van Halen, the bassist for the Van Halen rock group. It has very conflicting reviews of some people. It's very polarizing. Some people really like Jack Daniel's, some people despise it. And I was reading reviews online, and somebody was saying like it's horrible, another person said it's great. The opinions are polarizing. It's affordable, widely available, and I think because of that, people think, well, if it's everywhere and it's not too expensive, it can't be good. Oh, here's my cat, Rex, or my wife's cat. Rex, get out of the way. His name's Rex, but he likes to be in the way. So, we're going to try this guy, Rex. He has to be involved. I don't know if you can see this guy, but he's a tabby, and he has to be wherever the action is. Or maybe he's just drawn to alpha males. Okay. 40% alcohol by volume. Probably some chill filtration going on. Mashbill. 80% corn. 12% malted barley, and a smaller percent of rye. I think like 8 or 9%, 8 to 10% rye. So it's principally corn, malt, and then a smaller percent, like I said, malted barley, and then a little bit of rye. There's no age statement with Jack Daniel's Old Number 7, and Rex is sprawled on my desk here, stretching out. Which is kind of distracting. Besides no age statement, I can tell you about the wood management, Rex. The wood management it's aged in American virgin oak, but before it can be aged, to be called Tennessee whiskey, it has to adhere to the laws of Tennessee, which involve being made in Tennessee. The cat just jumped and hit the camera. Has to be made in Tennessee, and also undergo the Lincoln County process. And you're probably wondering, what is the Lincoln County process? It's basically a step used in processing all Tennessee whiskey, where the whiskey is filtered through layers of charred sugar maple, or actually it could be steeped in bark chips, not bark chips, charcoal chips. Jack Daniel's do this on site, but other Tennessee whiskey producers do it off. Jack Daniel's and George Dickel are the two biggest producers of Tennessee whiskey. It is not bourbon, but and Tennessee whiskey enthusiasts would tell you there is a distinction. I'm not going to go there, but I think sometimes Tennessee whiskey actually meets the definition of bourbon. That's the end of the technical explanation. Now we're going to try the whiskey. On the nose, damp air, damp leaves, damp wood. It's kind of a sweet nose. Big American oak. Vanilla coming through. It's pleasant. It's not bad, it's not hot, it's not ethanol, it's not fiery. Let's try it on the palate, undiluted at 40%. It's sweet. Mid-palate, it's sweet. You taste the corn. There's some vanilla. And then on the finish, you get the rye. You get a zing of spiciness. So sweet corn, oak, vanilla, a little bit of rye on the finish gives you that zing. A little bit of maple bacon, a little bit of maybe a light fudge. It's good. There's nothing about Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 that I dislike. The price point is very attractive. It's nice on ice. It's nice neat. Of course you can mix it. This is not horrid, awful, as some of the reviews online. After I kind of figured, I didn't even figure out my review of this. I just knew, like, I like this, it's a classic. But I went on a big whiskey review website, I think Master of Malts, and I read the customer comments, and they were pretty negative. There are some positive ones, but there were a lot of negative ones. And I think the negative ones were really unfair. This is good value for money. It's straightforward. It's not a complex whiskey, but you're not paying a lot, and the alcohol by volume is only 40%. If it was a higher percent, like say 43, might be better. The producers of Jack Daniel's say that they don't have an age statement because depending on production, 1 year it might be a bit older, 1 year it might be a bit younger, the ingredient whiskey, and they bottle it when they think it's ready. I find it very consistent quality assurance wise. I've never had an off bottle. They all taste very consistently. Little bit of white oak, Wrigley spearmint gum coming through on the finish. Charcoal. It's all good. I see nothing wrong with this. Proud to have it on my shelf. And I have a smaller bottle format because buying whiskey and reviewing it for free is an expensive hobby. But highly recommended. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.